Hello, welcome to Trying Times. My name is Carmen, and if you're new here, then hi, Happy New Year. Also, if you're not new here and you've listened before, Happy New Year. I hope it's not too late to say that. I know it's like pretty much the end of the first month here, and we're into it now. We're pretty well into it, but I still wanted to say Happy New Year because, I mean, what kind of friend would I be if I didn't say it at all? I mean, better late than never, right? I wanted to take a bit of a break from the show and be able to enjoy the holidays and kind of get into this year in all realms of life, mostly work, but also just kind of getting myself ready for a new year. And so I wanted to take the time out to do that prior to really getting back into the show. And also, I'll note one more thing. This year is going to be a little different from the previous years. I know the first year I did the show, that even sounds crazy to say. The first year I did the show, it was almost weekly episodes. The second year I did the show, it was like bi-weekly episodes. This year is going to be kind of like every few weeks you're going to get an episode. And I want these episodes to be a little bit more structured to some degree, but this is going to make no sense at all. But also at the same time, a little less structured. I want to just kind of be able to comfortably talk about a bunch of different stuff. And for the most part, I have been doing that with this show. But in all honesty, every episode and preparing for every episode, as it should, has a lot of attention to detail, and it takes a lot of time to sit down and really plan out the things I want to talk about and write down points and just kind of come up with the overall structure that I want for an episode. Now, that's something I'm probably still going to do because the OCD in me does not let me just let that go. I can't just not do that. But truth be told, this is my first episode ever where I'm recording with basically no guidelines. And it's very freeing, very cool, very fun. And I know you're probably thinking, like, if you're doing this show and you're just doing it for fun, just for funsies, then don't put pressure on it. Well, I like to do things in a way that I would probably want to enjoy them. And I feel like having a little bit of structure helps me just feel a little bit better about doing something. So that's just what I do. But I think in full honesty, it is a new year, I'm going to be more truthful with myself here. That's just what I'm doing also, by the way, as I get older, just being way more honest with myself. And I'll be honest in saying that it's not fun, but it's also crucial and very good for character development. I should say more so very good for personal development. It is really good, though, as a human, just as you're growing, whether you're, I don't know, like 18 years old, 28 years old, 38, 40, 58, I don't know, however old you are, I think that's really good to do. So yeah, just being a little more honest with myself. I didn't want to stress about something that I enjoy. I wanted to do something I enjoy in a way that I could just enjoy it a little bit more. Does that mean every single episode is going to be super loosely structured? Probably not. Honestly, it probably means that a lot of episodes are just going to be a little bit more relaxed like this. Again, I started this show a couple years ago now, wanting it to be like catching up with a friend on the phone and just having a conversation with a friend over the phone, or however you want to take it, or over FaceTime. I wanted it to have that vibe. And a lot of people that I've gotten the chance to speak with have had such nice things to say. And they've said just that it feels very comforting. It feels very normal. Like it's like a conversation. That is like so heartwarming to me. So I want to keep that. I want to make it a little bit more relatable, though, in that sense of just like, oh, that sounds so cringy. Not relatable, like, oh my God, guys, look at me. But more so as in, I just want this to be chill. And I want this to be fun. And I hope it's fun for you to listen to, but also I want it to be fun for me to make. So yeah, that's me being real honest with myself in 2024. Whew, we are less than a month in, but I'm trying. Doing good. I'm trying and I'm doing good. So there's that. Anyways, I hope your first month or so or first few weeks has been good. Honestly, a lot of people I've talked to so far have been like, this year has been simultaneously so fast and so slow. And I feel that. I feel that to my core because I feel like it's already felt like 2 months have gone by. But at the same time, it's been like a week. I don't know. Like, it's just none of the time it makes any sense. It just feels very confusing. And at the same time, watch, summer's going to hit. I'm going to be turning another year older and I'm just going to be like, oh, where did time go? But here I am in January, like time's going so slow. I will be eating those words soon, and I know it. I know it. We all do. It's fine. Again, honesty is key here. So yeah, we're just going to run with that, okay? I did, though, want to catch up on a little bit of last year, not so much. Ugh, I mean, it's in the past, but also, how are your holidays? Because for me, they were surprisingly very chill. I say that very loosely. I'm not going to get into the specifics here, but I will say it was probably the first Christmas I've had in a while where I've just kind of got to spend it in a way that I've wanted to spend it. Very relaxed. I got to see very good friends. I got to spend it with my family. And it was just really nice. And also, as you know, we got a puppy earlier this year. So it was his first Christmas. Getting to see him open gifts and also be like, what the hell's happening, was just great. I loved every second of it. And I think he did too. Although, I mean, out of the few toys he got, he already kind of broke one. But it was all in good fun and he loved it. So that's all that matters. So that was great. What else? Ate a lot of really great food. Baked. Oh my God. Actually, I'll say this. I just recently learned about brown butter cookies. Like, I am a huge fan of baking. And for some reason, I've never tried making brown butter cookies in my life. I tried doing that a few weeks ago for the very first time. And I don't know if you do this, but sometimes when I'm baking, I don't know how it happens. I accidentally sometimes, it's probably not measuring properly if I'm being real. I put way too much butter. So that meant I had to keep adding in flour. And it didn't mess anything up. Like, they turned out great. They turned out too good. If anything, I just keep eating them. I will say that by doing that, I think I like doubled or tripled the recipe. I ended up making 24 cookies and they turned out really good. Like I said, like, no complaints. Like, they're delicious. But also, like, damn, I made a lot of cookies. And I'll say this, like, my dad is sort of into sweets, not heavy, for health reasons, so he can't really have them. My mom likes sweets in moderation, so she's only had like one or two. My sister's kind of the same, where she'll have some here and there. Brother does not like desserts, really. So naturally, that means in my head, the girl math equates to I have to eat all the cookies. So on top of already chilling all, holiday season, not really having a whole lot of movement, aka not exercising, not getting up and getting out because it's kind of cold here in Canada. So, yeah, I've just been eating and sitting. And I'm just going to pretend it's bulking season and that's what I'm doing. Because that's what it feels like. And honestly, I mean, spring's around the corner, so it's fine. I'll get out, start jogging and whatnot. And we'll get that back in order. But for now, I'm just enjoying. I might try baking those again. I don't know. It's kind of dangerous. I really probably shouldn't, but that's been really great. So I guess in a nutshell, that's kind of what my holidays look like. I was off of work for a bit, so that was lovely. I got to kind of just like sit and not use my brain. So while I wasn't exercising and while I wasn't eating totally healthy, I also wasn't using my brain. So, yeah, I had a really good like moment there where I just kind of got to rot. And I think everybody needs that. I'm gonna be honest. I just think, like, if anything, you're starting a new year, and I feel like you kind of need a moment before you take on something new to just really like sit and just be. And I don't mean like go rot, don't do anything. For me, that works, yeah, sometimes, but not always. But I do think that taking on, maybe a new resolution, I know it's a big thing for people. I don't do it, but that can cause a lot of stress. Give yourself some grace, give yourself some time to just like chill out and hang out before a new year starts. I think being able to do that is like kind of giving yourself a moment of rest before you really charge up and do something or try something new or whatever it may be you want to do. And again, one important thing I want to say with this, because I don't really believe in resolutions, is just like, you don't have to wait for a year to start to do something. It could be the end of January. It could literally be the end of the year. And you could do something whenever you want. That's totally fine. Like, it's not a crime. It's not a bad thing. I think that's totally okay. So, yeah, I just want to throw that in there. I went on a huge tangent, but that's that in a nutshell. I don't have a whole lot more to say here, but I just wanted this first episode to be like a touch base and to like really just see how you're doing. So, yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. I hope you feel a little well rested. And honestly, if you feel a little tired, that's fine too. It's a new year. We're all trying to wake up again. That seasonal depression or those seasonal blues are kind of still kicking everyone's butt. So it's fine. I feel you. But yeah, thank you for listening. We'll We'll chat again soon, okay? Bye.